Greetings, viewers and listeners. This is Meathook Jim, the WrestleHorror podcast. With me, as always, my co-host Donnie Hoover. Donnie, it is mid June. Build season is going on with a lot of haunts, and there's some exciting news going on with New Ohio Wrestling.
Yeah, there's all kind of wrestling news going on, all kind of haunt news going on. But I got a question I want to ask though. How come I don't ever get to do an intro like everybody else?
Well, why you answer that question for me because you can do it anytime you want.
All right. I'm gonna do it right now.
All right, then do an intro.
Hey, this is Donnie Hoover from the WrestleHorror podcast, and you're listening to the WrestleHorror podcast.
Perfect.
There, see now I don't feel left out.
But right now, I want to give a moment of silence for a haunter we lost recently, Steve Guild. He's worked with Carnage and Fright Farm. Great guy. We lost him this week. And let's just give a few seconds of silence in his memory. Steve, we love you. And, we miss you, buddy. So I know you're watching down from us, and we'll take that right now.
Absolutely.
It was tragedy, and somebody that young had the world was his oyster, and we lost him at a very young age, and it's a shame. But I had to say something about it because he was just recently on my other podcast, Big Scary Show, and very upbeat guy. I don't know what happened. I don't speculate, but we miss him, and we wish his family the best, and his fiance. I know they're both very, very taken back by this, and our prayers are going out for him.
Absolutely, 100%.
But now let's shift gears and let's talk about what's going on. There's a lot of excitement now with New Ohio Wrestling, Donnie. Why don't you fill us in?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, the pandemic's on the downside, and no more mask, and the mandates are all lifted, so everybody's getting back to wrestling action, and we're doing the same. We've mentioned before how we're going to start running events at the training center and stuff like that, and our first one's coming up this week. It'll be this Sunday, the 27th, and we're going to have it at 3 o'clock. And it's at the NOW Training Center. It's 625 Eastgate Parkway and Unit 6137 in Blacklick, Ohio. And we're like the only downside is it's the training center is not super huge, so we're only going to be able to get like 50 people in there. So there's not a lot of tickets to go around, and they're going pretty quick. So yeah, if you want to get a hold of them, if they're still available at the time you hear this, it's at newohiolive.com. And like I said, it starts at 3. The doors open at 2:30, and it's going to be a start of an interesting project. We're going to try to bring back, like we'd mentioned before, try to bring back the old WCW or Georgia Championship studio show days, and we're going to try to do a little bit of that and see how it goes. And we're excited. So you say we got a good first card coming up, and we're looking forward to it.
I'm excited, and I've seen the card. And there's some familiar faces there. Most of them are familiar faces to us, but again, excited. Doing the studio type shows. Wow, this is going to be great. It's called Sunday Showdown, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what we've named it, and we're just going to do just like we do the nows. We're going to number them, and that way it's easy to keep track of. We know what's what.
And we've got quite a lineup. We've got 5 matches scheduled.
Yeah. We decided just to keep it at 5. We're not going to try to, run a long full blown event like that. We're just going to do 5 matches and try that format out and go from there. If it goes smooth to where we can add more matches, we may down the road, but we're just going to start with 5 for now.
And let's talk about the card, Donnie. I mean, who's on the card for this first, this show, this reemergence of New Ohio Wrestling?
Yeah, absolutely. The first one, I mean, actually all these matches I'm excited about and looking forward to. But the first one is Thunderbird Jake Ely. He's had kind of a change of attitude lately, and not doing too well with the fans here as of late. And then, we're bringing back Marion Fontaine, the finest semi-pro wrestler in the world. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Marion's always a fan favorite of the Now Nation, and he's already, said he's excited to come back and get things going again. So that's going to be a fun match.
And Marion, he's great. I love him. He's got under different monikers, but with him and Jake Ely, I'm not too sure about Jake's change of heart here because recently, I don't know, he kind of shifted gears here, but we'll have to see how it goes between Marion and Jake.
Yeah, I ain't say I'm a big fan of pulling ribs and stuff like that. And that's kind of like what Marion Fontaine does. He's a big jokester. And as of late, Jake Ely hasn't had a big sense of humor. And the thing I didn't mention as well is he's going to be he's going to come to the ring with the Golden Idol, Mark Caval. So Mark Caval's took him in. And of course, he doesn't do anything, fair anyways. He's always got to cheat. So, he's going to be adding to Jake's abilities. And I just think it's going to be funny how he takes to Fontaine shenanigans and see how that all plays out.
Well, Jake teaming up with Mark Caval, I'm kind of surprised knowing Mark's history.
Mm-hmm.
Golden Idol, like you said, he doesn't play fair per se. And him teaming it with Jake, I mean, it could be good for Jake, but I'm pulling for Marion.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and then the second one is another good one. This is going to be a battle of the big men, a battle of the heavy hitters, and which is my kind of match. That's my favorite type of match. Is just the hard nosed brawling kind of guys, and it's going to be one half of Warhorse, Pat the Bruiser, and he's going to be taking on Chuck the Truck Morris. So two big guys, two guys that hit hard. So that one's going to be a lot of fun for me, especially.
Yeah, definitely two big guys, and Chuck and Jake used to be a team. They used to be an electric company,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a falling out. And I between Jake and Chuck, it's like I don't know what happened, but I'm always been a fan of Chuck the Truck, and I'm interested to see what happens with this match against Pat the Bruiser.
Oh yeah, it's like you said, it's going to be hard hitting, and I'm looking forward to it. They're going to put Big Dirty to the test in that one.
Yeah, let's hope Big Dirty doesn't bite him too bad.
Right. Yeah, and then like I said, the third one is someone you're real familiar with, as Amos versus Sweet Dreams Celeste Taylor.
That I am very much looking forward to. I have watched Amos for 2 years now at FGW down here in North Hamilton, and it's going up against a fan favorite, Sweet Dreams Celeste Taylor.
Yeah.
It's anybody's match. I've seen what Celeste can do. I've seen what Amos can do, and I'm excited to find out the outcome of these two. It's Amos can be a little underhanded at times, and Celeste is the stand-up guy. So hopefully Celeste can overcome Amos in this match.
Yeah, and like I said, this will be Amos's new Ohio wrestling debut, so I have a feeling he's going to be going balls to the wall with something to prove.
I agree, and it's going to put Celeste to the test, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Celeste, like you said, he's been a fan favorite of NOW for years now, and going up against somebody like Amos, who, quite frankly, he's got some credentials. He's out there, and Celeste is really going to have to work hard to overcome him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, I'm looking forward to that one as well. To say the next one we got, these two guys actually have a little bit of a history and a little bit of bad blood. So this one will be interesting to see how out of hand or not this one gets. And it's the other half of Warhorse is Crosshairs Kelly, and he's going to be taking on the trainer of champions, the 5MW, Cody Hawk. And so Cody's coming up, and he's going to get in the ring with Crosshairs. I know they've had a little bit of history in FGW that you're more privy to than I am. So I'm going to be interested to see how this one plays out.
Oh, definitely. And I've got history with Crosshairs Kelly too. In NOW.
Mm-hmm.
And watching Cody Hawk over the past couple of years, Cody, like you said, he's a trainer of champions, but he's not infallible.
Yeah.
And going up against Crosshairs, I mean, definitely Crosshairs Kelly has the weight advantage over Cody, but Cody's got the experience, and it's going to be an interesting match to see who overcomes who in this match, because you're talking about power versus knowledge. It's anybody's game at this point, and I'm excited to see this match.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. And I said all these matches are great matches in my mind. So I'm looking forward to all of them, and especially the main event is we got is the it's for the Arnold Championship. We're putting the Arnold Championship on the line, so it'll be Superman Onyx defending the Arnold title, and he's going against those made man Gino DiCapo with Ripper Blackheart. And Gino's, he's nothing to sneeze at. He's got a pretty good game. So it's going to be a tough challenge for Onyx, more than people realize.
Well, Gino definitely has a good game, and with Ripper Blackheart in his corner, that's an added element that Onyx is going to have to watch out for.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is I have to remember when I announce the entire title properly,
Mm-hmm.
because it's the Arnold Sports World Kids and Teens Championship.
Kids and Teens Expo Championship.
See, I didn't even get that right.
Right.
And it's this long.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to remember that when I announce him. But, Gino poses a real threat to Onyx in this match, especially with Ripper in his corner.
Yeah, like I said, if anybody can pull off the upset and catch Onyx off guard, I think Gino might be the guy. So it'll be interesting. And Ripper could be a factor, but Onyx also hasn't divulged if Little O is going to be coming to ringside with him too. So if he brings Little O to ringside with him, then that might be a bad day for Ripper.
Well, yeah, definitely. If he does bring Little O, she could neutralize Ripper.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know. I mean, Ripper's sneaky.
Yeah.
This. We've seen it in the past in New Ohio wrestling. So, it's anybody's game, and hopefully, Onyx. But you got to watch out for Gino with Ripper. It could happen.
Oh yeah, yep, it definitely could. And for people that's wondering about the now champion Robbie Starr and how come he's not on the card, it's because we sort of have some backstage issues with him going on right now, and it was just like on Now One where he was booked to wrestle Marion Fontaine, and he sent Jimmy Shane because he thought he was too good to wrestle, for New Ohio Wrestling, and now that he's the now champion, he's kind of got this attitude, I'm too good to wrestle for the Sunday Showdown events. I only want the big match, the big match places, and he's got a little bit of, it's Robbie Starr, so what do you expect? He's got a little bit of attitude, so we're talking behind the scenes and trying to get it all figured out. But yeah, excuse my language, he's being a big pain in the ass right now.
Well, Robbie, I'm going to throw this out there right now. You can be stripped of the title.
Yep, absolutely. I say we can only be so lenient.
You need to think about what you're doing, because this is New Ohio Wrestling, man. You've got to defend that.
Yep. Yeah, I say we're still ongoing with our talks and stuff, but they're not very pleasant. And like I said, he's not a fun person to deal with. Yeah, the only person he likes better than himself is himself.
But this card, I mean, it's only 5 matches.
Yeah.
But this is a great card we've got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, June 27th.
Yep.
Bell time's 3:00.
Yeah, tickets are only $10. We're not charging a huge admission price because it's only 5 matches, and like I said, we're trying to bring back the old studio type atmosphere and see if we can create some magic with that, like back in the day, and the old 605 on Saturday nights. See if we can create some of that, and so we're not trying to make big ticket prices or nothing on it or whatever, just a little bit to try to help cover the cost and see what we can make happen.
And it's exciting. I mean, it's been almost 2 years since we did a New Ohio Wrestling show.
Yeah, it was the Ohio State Fair.
Yeah, and that was in July 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're creeping up on 2 years, and,
Yep.
we're excited to see the Now Nation back.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we've already been getting messages and emails and people hitting us up on Facebook and everything. And like the excitement's starting to creep in again. Everybody's ready.
And I'm ready. I know you're ready, and
Oh
I
yeah.
can't wait to announce all these amazing matches to the Now Nation and
Hmm.
get everything going. I mean, what a card we've got. I mean, look at the card. We've discussed it. We've got people like Cody Hawk, the trainer of champions. If you're not familiar with Cody Hawk, he has trained people like Sammy Callahan, former Impact World Champion, Eli Drake, former NWA World Champion, and of course, Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, former WWE Champion. I mean, think about
Hmm.
his credentials. I mean, Cody Hawk is going to be there wrestling for your entertainment against Crosshairs Kelly, and he still has a challenge up against him with Kelly.
Oh yeah, for sure. I say Kelly's a big guy, just like his partner Pat, and they both hit hard. They're both mean and nasty, and that may be all he has to do. Just use that strength.
Yeah. And Onyx, he's been the Arnold Sports World Kids and Teens Expo champion for
Hmm.
what, 2 years now?
Yeah, yeah. He won it at Arnold, and with the Arnold incident where he happened to appear at ringside, and of course Robbie Starr blames everything on Arnold. Of course, he didn't. Not the fact that he got hit with a spear and got pinned in the middle of the ring. It was all Arnold's fault, if you asked Robbie. But yeah, he's held it. He's held it for all this time, and it's going to be fun.
And Gino DiCapo, I mean, he poses a real threat. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, yeah. Don't count him out for sure.
no. Onyx, and those of you that know Onyx, he scares me, but apparently he doesn't scare Gino.
Well, we don't know that yet. We'll find out when
We'll find
Gino gets in the ring with him and stands nose to nose, or nose to chest. We'll see.
out. We'll know that for sure on Sunday, the 27th.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and it's just going to be an amazing show. I'm looking so much forward to it.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun, and like I said, we're going to start doing these, once a month. We're going to try to do them every first Sunday of the month. We just didn't do the first July of the month because, of course, it'll be Fourth of July weekend, so we did it the week before. But first of the month, first Sunday of the month is what we're shooting for, and that's just the gym shows, the showdown, Sunday Showdown events. That's not counting, when we get back to the Arnold next year, when we get back to the fair next year, and we're still looking for other buildings and venues to run. I just got a message today from somebody I wasn't even expecting. I'm not going to reveal just yet, but I got an email from a high profile person that I wasn't even expecting to reach out to me about wanting us to come in and do an event. So I'm going to start working on that, and so that's going to be exciting if it pans out. But yeah, so like I said, we still got a lot of cool stuff happening, and we're gonna get back to normal, just slowly but surely, like we always say, step by step.
Did 2020 take its toll on your fitness? Well, body slam the pandemic and get back in shape with WrestleFit. This innovative program combines all the fitness regimens you'll need to reach your goals. The WrestleFit workout will bring strength training, cardio, and the world of professional wrestling together in a fun, new, and exciting way. Have yourself a blast working out with dumbbells, kettlebells, slam balls, ropes, tires, and an 18-foot full-size wrestling ring. The WrestleFit workout isn't just for pro wrestlers. The WrestleFit workout is for everybody. At the Now Training Center, you can pursue your fitness goals and learn how to train like a professional wrestler without all the bumps, bruises, and slams with the WrestleFit workout. Go to www.newohiowrestling.com/training for more information, or stop by the Now Training Center at 625 Eastgate Parkway, Blacklick, Ohio, 43004, Unit 6137.
Definitely, and it's way overdue. And I know a lot of people are ready to get out there and watch New Ohio wrestling. I mean, they've been missing it,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish we could put more people in the building.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, that's the Noun Training Center is just a couple months old, and, it's starting to pick up steam too. We're getting clients in there. We're getting, people are loving the WrestleFit program. And, as the word gets around and as it grows and it starts, producing, enough income, we are definitely looking to upgrade buildings. So, if we can grow this training center the way we plan to, we'll have a building big enough to where we can just run shows anytime we want with plenty of fans, plenty of fan space.
That would be exciting, but it's baby steps. We've
Oh
got
yeah.
to,
Yep. We're not in any hurry.
right. It's going to be time,
Hmm.
but I know that a lot of people are interested in the WrestleFit program. People that are even bigger than you and me that are really tearing it up
Oh
uh,
yeah.
with
Yeah.
Onyx and all the training.
Hmm.
And that's just going to keep progressing to where you can get a bigger facility. Um, a lot of excitement going on now that restrictions have been lifted.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, we got a lot of plans on the table for the training center, and a lot of stuff. It might be changing. Might be taking some stuff away. We might be adding some stuff. We got a lot of things kind of on the table and ideas that we're working out for it. So it's going to be a big deal for us, and I think it's going to be a huge success. It's a lot. Like I said, I do the WrestleFit workout 3 times a week, and I have a blast at it. And like, so I can imagine like people that's never been in a wrestling ring before, how, excited they are.
Well, definitely. I mean, and it pains me so much that I live so far away. And
Hmm.
for those of you listening and watching, I'm about 2 hours away from Donnie.
Yeah.
And that's kind of hard to do 3 times a week.
Right.
But I wish I lived closer so I could participate in this WrestleFit program because I could stand to lose a few pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Terry just started this past week. She's been like biding her time because where she just had that spinal surgery. And so it's made her real nervous to try anything. And we slowly started getting her into it. And she's done 2 or 3 sessions now and she's starting to like it. So, I was even Terry and everybody's getting into it, the whole group.
Well, I think it's a great program, and you're getting more and more clients every week, and
Hmm.
people shapes and sizes. I mean, that's the thing.
Oh yeah.
These are people that want to get in shape, and the WrestleFit program. I mean, Onyx is the lead trainer,
Hmm.
and you get the chance to do all this kind of work, plus get in a wrestling ring, even if you don't want to be a wrestler.
Right.
You're
Yep.
going to be training in that ring, learning things
Hmm.
that'll help you get in shape.
Oh yeah, it's like I said, it blows me up every time. I've never been known for my cardio in my entire wrestling career and out of the ring. So, but it's still, I'm probably almost better shape than I've ever been in a long, long time, and I still get blown up. We got the joke about my ankle sweat. He doesn't stop the workout till my ankles sweat. So, we're thinking about getting some hashtag ankle sweat T-shirts made or something.
Well, for those listeners that aren't familiar, Donnie actually was an active pro wrestler back in the late 90s.
Yep. Late 90s, early 2000s. Yep.
He went by the name Shank Dorsey. He was a heel.
Hmm.
And he says right now he's in better shape now than he was when he was Shank.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I got a lot more wind and stamina and stuff. Cause back then I smoked like a dummy. I smoked and didn't do the thing. I wasn't living the healthy lifestyle, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I can go longer now than I could back when I was in my 20s, so it's definitely fun. And I'm having a blast doing it.
So, think about if you're in the central Ohio area, if you're close to the the Now Training Center,
Hmm.
check it out. I mean, it's a great way to get in shape. Donnie's told me about another participant in WrestleFit that is quite a bit larger than him,
Hmm.
and she's tearing it up.
Oh yeah. She's killing it. She does better than I do. I'm sitting there huffing and puffing, trying to catch my breath, and my ankles are sweating, and she's just over there taking sips of water, like no big deal. I'm just like, oh my god, how are you not tired?
And Onyx definitely, he's a great trainer. He's not
Hmm.
going to kill you, but he's going to push you to your limit.
Oh yeah, he'll make it worthwhile. That's for sure.
So, check out, there's a website, right? WrestleFit.com. Is there a website for that?
Yeah. It's right now. It's just nowtrainingcenter.com, but we do have WrestleFit.com, and we're actually starting a kids program too called WrestleFit Junior.
Right.
So we have WrestleFitJunior.com, but we're in the process of building the websites out for those as we speak. But Now Training Center is where you go now.
Okay. So that's nowtrainingcenter.com.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm still jealous because I can't get up there. I mean, I wish I could 3 times a week.
All right.
I do need to get rid of some of this, but I'm gonna have to do it on my own down here somehow. Um, I'll just have to live vicariously through you until
There
I
you
can
go.
do that.
Yeah. Well, I say we've been recording and taking pictures and stuff, so we'll just keep posting them online for you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So much going on. We're excited about New Ohio Wrestling starting up their shows again. But let's shift gears a little bit, Donnie.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
we've talked about New Ohio Wrestling. We've talked about WrestleFit, WrestleFit Junior,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't going to mention this at the top, but I decided to change. I changed my mind. And this is the show called WrestleHorror.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a horror aspect somewhere in there, and I wasn't going to announce this at first, and my wife's probably going to shoot me for this.
Yeah. You sure you want to say something now? Or you want to wait?
I'm going to do it
All right.
because I'm bold and I don't give a shit.
All right. There you go, Chris. I didn't talk him into it. Just letting you know.
Don't worry, she won't listen. But on the horror side of things, um, Donnie and I have been talking. I've been talking to some friends recently, and I don't know how many listeners are familiar with the movie The Conjuring with Ed and Lorraine Warren. But it came out in 2013, and then there's a whole Conjuring universe. There's The Conjuring, Conjuring 2, there's Annabelle, Annabelle Creation, and just recently, and The Nun, and
The
then
Nun, yeah.
recently Conjuring 3. And they all revolve around Ed and Lorraine Warren. Well, The Conjuring is what started it all. And if you've seen the movie, what I want to tell you now is that in September of 2022, because it books up that fast,
Mm-hmm.
myself, Donnie, his wife, my friend Ken, and wrestling superstar Shauna Reed are going to investigate the actual Conjuring house in Rhode Island.
Yep.
We are over the moon excited about this. This was the earliest date we could get in, but I've been a paranormal investigator for 20 years. And this is high on my bucket list.
Yeah. I've been a paranormal investigator for 0 years. So you're going to be investigating. I'm going to be concentrating on not crapping my pants.
Well, we're going to do everything to make sure you don't crap your pants. But I can't promise that because this house has a history.
Oh, yeah.
And some of it is evil, and we have to watch out for that. But this is a chance of a lifetime.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I've never investigated before. So I figure if I'm going to go big, or if I'm going to do it, I might as well go big or go home.
Well, we're going to try to put a couple of investigations under our belt before we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll work on that definitely. And we talked to Jason at Carnage, and
Mm-hmm.
we got to set up something there, and
Oh, yeah.
maybe another investigation before then. But I'm excited. And people are like, "You're crazy," there's demons there and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I have contingency plans for that, and it's going to be cool. So that's the horror side of things.
Oh, yeah.
And just to let you know, and I'm going to throw this out there. There's some people that might be listening that are going to go, "Oh, I want to go." We're booked.
Yeah.
No more room.
Yeah. I'd say if we wouldn't have booked it when you guys did, we probably wouldn't have got in until 2023.
Exactly. That's how booked it is, and we have no room for extra people. So I'm sorry, but we've got our group. We're going in. I'm waiting for confirmation on one more person. Hardcore Heather Owens, we're waiting for you.
Well, she's got experience too, so I'm gonna hang with you guys since you guys got all the experience.
Well, she and Shauna have both been on investigations before, but
Hmm.
with my group. So it's going to be a little different. But I'm excited about this. This is the horror side. Yay.
Right.
Bucket list type things here.
There you go.
And Donnie and Terry both wanting to be a part of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, me being a big lover of horror films, if you say, "Hey, you want to go into the Conjuring house?" Of course, I'm going to say yes. I mean,
I
that's a
don't,
given.
I don't want to scare you too bad because things could go wonky.
That's all right. Like I said, I'll wear a diaper or something. Let's just keep going.
I was talking to some coworkers today about it, and they looked at me and said, "You're going to shit your pants." I said, "No, I'm not." But I said, "Other people."
Yeah, I might. I'm not even going to try to be a man, be all manly about it. It may happen.
But it's exciting to be able to go do this. And what are your thoughts on it, Donnie?
I'm excited. You know, like I said, I've never done anything like that before, and I've always wanted to. And there's a couple places like you'd mentioned that we might get into to where I can get me a little practice in. And you know, I know there's a bunch of places around, you know, within hours of, you know, both of us that, you know, you've been to, and I, like I said, I'm new and I never done one. So there, you know, there's places that I want to go and try. But you know, the way I'm looking at it, if I can make it through the Conjuring house, then I can pretty much make it through them all.
I would say yes. Yes, you could. I've investigated many places. On the top of my list that I've investigated, Bobby Mackey's in Kentucky, very haunted place. If you want to know more about my story, let me know. I will tell you. I'm not going to do it on air, but very active place. Waverly Hills Sanatorium, Louisville, Kentucky. Oh my God, that if you haven't been, go.
All right.
And Donnie, we're going to try to arrange at least a 2 hour tour with us so you can see what I've seen there and understand. Because they have these 2 hour tours and they've got overnight tours. Overnight's really expensive, but 2 hours is only like $25 a person.
Oh, that ain't too bad.
And you can get the gist of what's going on. Um, Moundsville Penitentiary in Moundsville, West Virginia, another very active place. All these places, you know, I call myself a hopeful skeptic.
All right.
I doubt, but I need proof, and I believe there's something out there. But again, just need that solid proof.
Yep.
So those are places that I've talked about in the past, and places I've been, and places I've investigated. But this thing with the Conjuring House is brand new for me.
Mm-hmm. I'd
And
say you guys are pretty excited about it and stuff.
oh yeah, and you know, I'm getting a whole new bunch of equipment for this investigation. I mean, I've gone into these other places with minimal equipment, you know, a night vision camera, you know, audio recorders, things like that. But with when we go to the Conjuring House, I'm busting out the big guns. I'm going to have a 4 camera DVR, night vision DVR system. I'm going to have a thermal imaging camera. Uh, I've got full spectrum cameras. I want proof, and I'm going to find it somehow, some way. There's going to be something recorded that I can show everybody, and I'm excited about it. Again, I'm a skeptic still to a degree. I want that solid proof.
Right.
I've heard things. I've recorded things on audio, but everything I've gotten, I just need a little bit more. I mean, need a little bit more to show people that actually exists.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2000, I think it was, I went to St. Augustine, Florida, a very old city. I used to live in Florida, so it was easy to get to. It was an old city, and my ex-wife at the time, who has always been a believer, convinced me to go on a ghost tour. Again, I was a skeptic.
Mm-hmm.
However, I took a picture that I can't explain, and I've sent it to several different experts, and they couldn't explain it. And this picture, and Donnie, it's on our CERT group. It's the cover page.
Okay.
It is a ball of light, and you can see the shape of a head and legs beneath it. And I took a picture 5 seconds after that, and nothing was there. What was it? That's what drew me in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what said, Jim, you need to investigate this further. I'm a firm believer there's life after death in some form,
Mm-hmm.
but I just need that solid proof. I want that video proof. I want to take a video that I can present to people and say, see?
Right. Yeah.
And that's part of the reason for going to the Conjuring House. There's some evil there. Yeah, I'm willing to deal with it to see what I can get.
Right.
And there's protection involved to keep, those of you that are Haunted Mansion fans for Disney World, um, at the end, a spirit will follow, a ghost will follow you home. I'm trying to avoid that
Oh, absolutely.
because I don't want anything nasty following me home. I mean, my house is haunted as it is. I live across the street from a big graveyard, and it's a highway for spirits. I don't need any more. So this is exciting, and Donnie and Terry are both gonna come along for the ride,
Mm-hmm.
and let's hope that we can get something that we can present to people.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Be an accomplishment for sure. Especially my first, depending on how many we get in before then, be my one of my first ones, and I'm going to the big place. So I'm ready.
I just don't need you shitting your pants.
Yeah, I'll say I ain't gonna promise nothing. I can't. I can't promise I will or won't. That's the fun of it, though, not knowing if you're gonna shit yourself or not.
Right. Just be prepared because things could go awry.
Right. That's all
So,
right. I'm just gonna wear my boogeyman shirt, and if anything happens, I'm just gonna throw Shauna in front of me.
well, Chris has got the Got Worms shirt from Boogie.
Does she?
I think I'm going to get it. I mean, actually, we're going to probably get team shirts, but if not, I'm
Yeah.
going to have to just wear that shirt for just before we go in.
All right. Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
And we
Okay,
should
well.
call Boogeyman and see if he can show up and not let her.
And force her to stay the whole night with him.
Oh man, she'd lose it. Donna, we love you. Don't take this bad, but it was funny. But yeah, I'm excited, Donnie. But it's time to wrap things up on this episode. And New Ohio Wrestling. I'm excited. When this airs, we're like 6 days away from our first show in 2 years, and
Mm-hmm.
yay!
Yep, absolutely. I'll say we're ready for it. Long overdue.
It is, and 5 matches, great matches. I mean, we've got a great card lined up,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to straighten out Robbie Starr.
Yeah, I say we're still talking talks are back and forth right now, so we'll see.
Okay, and Robbie, I'll make Donnie strip you if you don't show up.
Yeah.
We can always do a round robin tournament for a new champion.
A round Robbie tournament.
A round Robbie tournament, yeah. But anyway, Donnie, anything you want to throw out to the listeners and fans out there?
Yeah, I do actually. We had talked about the Now Training Center and the WrestleFit program and all that. And we've mentioned it before about how it could also work for haunters and other people looking to get fit and in shape. So, get ready for the haunt season. And then we mentioned with the paranormal, the Carnage Haunted House has seen some signs of activity, and we're going to go check that out and do that one night, do a stay over at Carnage. And speaking of Carnage, and being that I'm helping and working with them and doing all that, they actually just got all of their clearance and stuff to start opening up, because as everybody knows, they left their old building and basically bought a bowling alley and gutted it and started from scratch building a whole brand new haunt. And it's a crap ton of work, a lot more work than people realize. And especially with like fire codes and dealing with those guys, and just legal stuff, and it's just all a big headache. But they finally got the green light, and so they're going to do a Scream Peak is what they're calling it. It's the Summer Fright Scream Peak on July 9th and July 10th only. It's a 2-night event, and Carnage Haunted House is going to be open, and I'm going to be there. A lot of great actors are going to be there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So it's basically a warm up to the haunt season, because the haunt season will be a couple months after that. And I'm pretty sure I've seen already that they're going to have a couple more dates here and there. I'm not sure of the dates right yet. I got to talk with Jason and Mia and see. But July 9th and 10th, Carnage Haunted House Summer Frights. They're opening up to let people see the new haunt, and it's a beautiful haunt. I mean, I took you in there, and we walked around, and it's a beautiful haunt, and it's even better. I haven't been there in a while because we've been getting the Now Training Center up and running, and like I said, that kind of just fell in our lap. We wasn't prepared for it, so we're doing the best we can of getting it up and going. So I haven't had a lot of time to be over there lately, but we're gonna get it started July 9th and 10th, and just go to carnagehauntedhouse.com, and it's where you can get your tickets. And there's only so many people that they're going to be allowed to let in. So once they sell out, then the tickets are gone. They won't be able to let any more people in. So go to carnagehauntedhouse.com and get your tickets for July 9th or July 10th, or both nights, whatever you prefer.
Well, it's definitely exciting. And if what I saw a few months ago is any indication, it's going to knock your socks off, because what I saw with Donnie was, I mean, and they weren't even done with the build. It looked phenomenal. So
Mm-hmm.
just how it looks now.
Oh yeah, they've been working their butts off on it. I know that.
Well, with that being said, any last words?
No, I think we covered all we need to, or was going to cover today, and all we needed to. We don't want to keep them on here all night long or all day long whenever they listen to this. so just go to New Ohio Live and get your tickets for the very first Sunday Showdown for New Ohio Wrestling, and then go to carnagehauntedhouse.com and get your tickets for the Carnage Haunt on July 9th and July 10th.
Definitely. And come out to the show on Sunday. I
Yep.
will be ring announcing. I'm excited about this. I can't wait to see the Now Nation. I'm going to get the Now Nation involved at the beginning. It's going to be a great set of matches, great card. Come out to New Ohio Wrestling on Sunday. Sunday Showdown #1.
Mm-hmm.
A great card, and we will see you all hopefully on Sunday.
Yep. See you guys.